See, in this, the chapter 2 is related with the classical encryption techniques. Right? Before that, see, what I told encryption, do you remember? What is encryption and decryption I told in the last class? What do you mean by encryption? Do you remember what is encryption? Can anyone tell me what is encryption and what is decryption? What I told in the last class?
Original message is converted into scrambled message.
Yes, good. Who is that? Who has answered?
Snehal.
Snehal. Yes, good Snehal. See, if we are converting the original message into the scrambled message, right? That is what you are calling it as the encryption. And from that scrambled message, if you are converting into the again back to the original message, that is what you are calling it as the decryption. Right? At least these two terms I have already taught you. Right? Now we will see there are mainly two different kinds of encryptions are there. One is symmetric encryption and second one is the asymmetric encryption. The symmetric encryption, you can also call it as a conventional, or you can call it as private key, or you can call it as the single key encryption. All are one and the same. You may call the symmetric encryption as conventional, private key or single key encryption. That indicates, name itself indicates, see here, single key. That means the same key is shared among the sender and the receiver to encrypt and decrypt the messages. Clear? Why it is called as a single key encryption? Getting the thing? Is that clear? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Symmetric
Yes,
encryption
ma'am.
is also called as conventional, private key or the single key encryption. Here, both the sender and the receiver are going to share the common key. That means same key is shared among both sender and the receiver to encrypt and decrypt the messages. Clear? And second type of encryption is asymmetric. You can call it as asymmetric or you can call it as the public key encryption. Right? These are the two different types of encryption, but in this chapter we are going to study only the symmetric encryption, that is private key or the single key encryption. See, all the classical encryption algorithms are private key. See, this chapter name is itself classical encryption technique. So all the classical encryption algorithms are of symmetric or the private key encryption, and it was only typed prior to the invention of the public key. Right? And by far most widely used encryption technique. Before start with the different kinds of symmetric encryption algorithm, first we will see some terms. Right? Those are commonly used in the any type of crypto. If you are studying cryptography means you should know these all terms. What is the meaning of these all terms? See, first if I indicate it as a plain text is nothing but the original message what you are going to send as a sender. Clear? The original message itself we are calling it as a plain text. Clear? Just to go through the terms, these are the some basic terminologies that you are going
Yes,
to
ma'am.
use throughout this subject. Plain text is nothing but the original message itself. Right? And once by using the encryption message, if you have coded that particular message or the scrambled message what you are going to get after encryption, that is what you are calling it as the ciphertext. Clear? Plain text is nothing but the original message and the coded message you are going to call it as a ciphertext. Clear? Right? Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, then next is cipher.
Yes, ma'am.
Cipher means it is just an algorithm for transforming the plain text to the ciphertext. See, the algorithm which you are going to use to convert the plain text into the ciphertext, that is what called as the cipher. And key is nothing but info that is used in cipher known only to the sender and the receiver. And every time I am telling something key is shared among sender and the receiver. Right? What is that key? That is the just information. Right? That is used for encrypting the the message, right? That is known only to the sender and the receiver who are communicating, right? That is what you are calling it as a key. Clear? Right? Then next is encipher, or you can call it as simply encryption. That indicates what? Converting the plain text to the ciphertext. Decipher indicates, you can call it as a decryption also. That indicates recovering the ciphertext from the plain text. Right? Decryption, that means converting your ciphertext into the plain text, reverse of encryption. Clear? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Just go through the terms because these are very important.
ma'am.
Then next is cryptography. Already very first class we have I have given a definition for the cryptography. It is just one secure communication technique. By using this one, only the sender and the receiver can view the content of the messages, right? So you can call it as a cryptography. It's just a study of the encryption principles or the methods. That means what are all the terms, what are all the schemes that you are going to use it for the encryption. That itself, that study, that area of study itself, we are calling it as the cryptography. Clear? The study of encryption principles, schemes or methods, that area of study itself we are calling it as a cryptography. Crypt, already I told, hidden or secret. Graphy means what? Study, right? So the study of encryption principles or methods or schemes, right? That is itself we are calling it as the cryptography. Then next is cryptanalysis. That means see, study of principles or the methods for deciphering the ciphertext without knowing any key. See, without having any knowledge, right, of algorithms or the key, right, if we are using it for deciphering the ciphertext, right, to get the plain text, that is what called as the cryptanalysis. Clear? The techniques which are used for deciphering the message without having any knowledge of the enciphering details. Enciphering, what are the things you need? You are converting their plain text to the ciphertext. For that some ciphers you have used, some algorithms you have used. Without having that knowledge, still you are breaking, right? You are going to decipher the ciphertext. That,
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
yes.
Ma'am, your screen is not visible, ma'am.
Screen is not visible,
Yes, ma'am.
but I have shared it.
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
showing
Visible, ma'am. It
visible.
is visible, ma'am.
It is visible, no?
Yes, ma'am. Now it came. Now it came,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
now visible, ma'am.
Now visible.
Yes, ma'am. Now it came, ma'am.
Now it came.
Yes, ma'am.
See, just go through the slide. Is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Visible, no? Okay. See, what I told, cryptanalysis. That means the techniques or the methods which you are going to use to decipher the ciphertext. Decipher means what? Decrypting the ciphertext to get the plain text without having any knowledge of the key or the algorithm which they have used for encryption. That is what you are calling it as a cryptanalysis. That means they are like a hackers, code breaking. That's what they have written in bracket. See, cryptanalysis, you can also call it as a code breaking. That means you will get a ciphertext, right, that you want to convert it into the plain text, but you don't have any knowledge which encryption algorithm they have used, what is the key they have used to encrypt that particular message to get that ciphertext. Without having such knowledge, still they are what? Decrypting that particular ciphertext. That is what called as the cryptanalysis. The last term is cryptology. That means the study of both cryptography and cryptanalysis. That itself we can call it as a cryptology. Clear? Just to go through the terms, guys. Any doubts with respect to any of the term, let me know, because directly now onwards we are going to use these terms only. Original message is called as plain text. The scrambled message or the coded message you are calling it as a ciphertext. What is cipher? The algorithm which you have used for transferring the plain text into the ciphertext. And the key is nothing but it is just some information that is shared among the sender and the receiver, right, for encrypting the data. And encipher, or you can call it as a encrypt, that means converting plain text into the ciphertext. And reverse of that one you can call it as a decryption, that means converting ciphertext into the plain text, right. Then cryptography means it is going to have the schemes which are used for encryption. That area of study you are calling it as a cryptography. And cryptanalysis, the techniques which are used for deciphering the ciphertext without having knowledge of the enciphering details. That is what you can call it as a cryptanalysis. And cryptology is nothing but it is the study of cryptography and the cryptanalysis. That you are calling it as a cryptology. Clear? All the terms. Any doubts related to the any of the term, guys, here? Any doubt with respect to any of the term? Hello, can you please respond? Any doubt
doubts,
with
ma'am.
respect to the any of the term? No doubts? Can you tell me what is the encryption? What is encryption? Now at least. What is encryption? No answer. What is encryption? I told.
Converting into plain text, ma'am.
Converting to plain text. Huh? From what?
Converting plain text to ciphertext, ma'am.
Ciphertext.
What is plain text?
ओरिजिनल मैसेज में
Yes. What do you mean by ciphertext?
कोडेड मैसेज
Coded message.
Scrambled message or
Yes,
coded
scrambled message or coded message is called as the ciphertext. Everything is there on the slide, guys. Converting the original message into the coded message, right? That is what called as the encryption. And from coded message to you are going to get a original message. How? By using the decryption. Yes or no? Remember at least those two terms, very important. What is plain text? Here we have used something different, original message. Instead of that, we are indicating it as a plain text. Coded message, we are calling it as a ciphertext. Clear? These all terminologies. Clear? These all terminologies.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay then.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll start with the next point. Now we'll start with the next point is all about symmetric cipher model. You tell me whether this diagram is everything is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Symmetric cipher model. Can you see this one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The next point is now we will see how exactly the symmetric encryption algorithm it is going to work. Right? What is the model for that? Symmetric cipher model. Just go through the diagram, guys. See, plain text it is taking. It is going to have a 5 ingredients. The symmetric, you can call it as a symmetric encryption scheme, or you can call it as a symmetric cipher model. It is going to have the 5 ingredients. One is plain text, and second one it is going to use an encryption algorithm. Then it is going to have the secret key that is shared by the sender and the receiver, right? And fourth ingredient, it is going to use the decryption algorithm. And lastly, it is going to get the ciphertext. Plain text output is nothing but your ciphertext. These are the 5 ingredients are present in case of a symmetric cipher model. For symmetric encryption or symmetric cipher model, how many keys will be used? How many keys will be used? It is also called as single key, I told. What do you mean by single key encryption? What do you mean by single key encryption? What I have told? Just I have explained the single key encryption. The symmetric encryption can be also called as conventional private key, right? Single key encryption. What do you mean by single key encryption? What I told?
Single used sender and receiver.
Yes? Pardon me? I didn't get you. Yes, someone told. That is correct. Tell me once again. I didn't hear it properly. What it is exactly?
Single key used.
Same key. Single key indicates what? Same key is used by the sender and the receiver. Right? If they are communicating, the same key is shared by the sender also, sender and the receiver. That is what called as the symmetric. Just remember that one. Guys, is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
It is going to come up with the 5 ingredients. I told this is again very important question. It is. They can ask you for the 5 marks or the 10 marks question. Explain the symmetric cipher model in detail. At that time you need to draw this diagram, right? Or they may ask you to explain the symmetric encryption scheme. Yes, what all the ingredients are there, how it is going to work, to explain it in detail. That time you need to draw this diagram at least, right? It is going to come up with, I told, 5 ingredients. What is plain text? As already I told, what is plain text? See, first thing is plain text input. What that indicates? Plain text indicates what?
Original message.
Yes, good. Plain text is nothing but this is the original message that is in the form of the readable. It is in a readable format, right? That will be fed into the input for the encryption algorithm, right? Plain text input is nothing but this is the original readable message, right? Or the data that is fed as the input for the encryption algorithm. Clear? As a input for this algorithm. Clear, guys? First ingredient. Then second is encryption algorithm. What do you mean by encryption? What do you mean by encryption? What this algorithm needs to do now? See, the
Converting
second
plain
ingredient
text to
encryption
ciphertext.
algorithm. Yes, encryption algorithm. This is the algorithm. The encryption algorithm needs to convert, right? It has a capacity to convert your plain text into the ciphertext, right? For that it is going to use the different types of techniques like substitution and the transposition. Just remember, right? To convert the plain text into the ciphertext, right? The algorithm may use substitution technique or it may use the transposition technique, right? Again, in the end of this chapter we are going to study which are all the different substitution techniques and the transposition techniques are used in the encryption algorithm. Clear, guys? Second one is encryption algorithm. The encryption algorithm performs the various substitution and the transposition on the plain text to get the cipher text. Clear? Then next is secret key. This is the next ingredient. Secret key, what I told, secret key is, it is the information that is shared between both the sender and the recipient or the receiver. That is what you are calling it as a secret key. It is also input for the your encryption algorithm and the decryption algorithm also. See here, secret key shared by sender and receiver. This is becoming input for the encryption algorithm also, and it is becoming input for the decryption algorithm also. Clear? Right? The secret key is input
Yes,
for
ma'am.
the encryption and the decryption algorithm. It is nothing but the information that is shared between sender and the receiver, right, to perform the encryption and the decryption. The next ingredient is decryption algorithm. Decryption algorithm, it is just a reverse of the algorithm, how the encryption algorithm is going to work, right? the encryption algorithm run in the reverse manner, that itself we are calling it as a decryption algorithm, because it is going to take the cipher text as an input, and by using a secret key it is going to produce the cipher text. Yes or no? So it is just reverse of the your encryption algorithm. That is what you are calling it as a decryption algorithm. Clear? Right? It takes cipher text as an input and the secret key, both are becomes the input for the decryption algorithm. Depend upon that it is producing again plain text. Right? Then what do you mean by cipher text? One more ingredient is cipher text. That is what? The scrambled message or the coded message that is produced as the output of the after passing the plain text through the encryption algorithm. Yes or no? Cipher text, this is just a secret or scrambled or the coded message produced as an output after passing the plain text into the through the encryption algorithm. Yes or no? Now see, here only one key we are using. One key we are taking as an input for the encryption algorithm. At that time, it is producing only one ciphertext. If I give here two different keys, right? If two different keys are working on the encryption algorithm, at that time they are going to produce the two different ciphertext. But here you are passing only single secret key, so it is producing a single ciphertext. I hope it is clear. How many keys you are going to use, you are going to pass, or you will pass as an input for the encryption algorithm. Depend upon that, the number of ciphertext will be produced. Clear? Symmetric cipher model, 5 ingredients. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell
Yes,
me which
ma'am.
are all the ingredients I told for the symmetric encryption scheme. The symmetric cipher model consisting of 5 ingredients. Which are those? Everything is there in front of you. Tell me, which are the 5 ingredients? First tell me.
Plain text.
Plain text. Yes, first one is plain text, is nothing but original message. Second one is
Encryption algorithm.
encryption
Secret
algorithm.
key.
Secret key. Yes, good.
Secret key, ma'am.
Secret key.
Yes. Plain text, encryption
Cipher
algorithm,
text.
secret key, 3 ingredients. And fourth one is cipher text.
Ciphertext.
And fifth one is decryption algorithm.
Ciphertext.
Decryption algorithm. Clear? What is the work of each and everything here? Plain text is nothing but your original message, right? That will be taken as the input for the encryption algorithm. What is encryption algorithm? By using different techniques, it is going to convert your plain text into the cipher text by taking one more input as a secret key, right? What is secret key? It is the information shared among both the sender and the receiver, right? By using that key, the ciphertext will be produced. And what do you mean by ciphertext? It is just the output of the encryption algorithm. Yes or no? The scrambled message that
Yes,
is
ma'am.
produced as the output of the encryption algorithm. That is what you are calling as a ciphertext. The decryption algorithm, it is going to run in a reverse manner of the encryption algorithm. That means it is going to take ciphertext as an input. On that it is going to produce the plain text as a output. Clear this diagram? This is just a simplified model of your symmetric encryption, how it is going to work, right? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Here we have passed only single secret key, so only one ciphertext it is producing as the output. If I pass here two keys as a input for the encryption algorithm, two different ciphertext will be produced. Just remember that one. But here it is, name itself indicates it is symmetric. That means it is going to use single key at the sender also and at the receiver end also. Same key is shared by both the sender and the receiver. Clear? Any doubts with respect to this model, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts?
No doubts, ma'am.
No. Okay, then we'll start with the next one. See,
No,
whenever we are seeing this, the symmetric encryption algorithm, right? There are two requirements will be used, right? For security purposes, right? There are two requirements for the secure use of this conventional or this symmetric encryption. We'll see those requirements. First one is whenever we are going to use the symmetric encryption or the conventional encryption, the encryption algorithm must be strong. Yes or no? The encryption algorithm must be strong. Otherwise, what will happen? Anyone can use the algorithm and they can decrypt the message. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
The encryption, whatever the algorithm you are using to convert the plain text into the coded message, that must be very strong enough. Right? The algorithm to be in such a manner that the opponent who knows the algorithm and has access to the one or more ciphertext would be unable to decrypt that particular ciphertext or figure out the key. In such manner, you need to use the encryption algorithm for converting plain text into the ciphertext. This is the first requirement. Clear? And second one is the secret key, what is shared between the sender and the receiver, right? That must be shared in a secured fashion, right? And they need to keep that particular key in a with a secrecy, with a secured, with full security. They need to maintain the key. Then only this will be, that will be called as a secure communication, right? It will come up with the secure communication. These are the main two requirements for secure use of the conventional encryption, or you can call it as symmetric encryption. Clear? First one is you are in need of the strong encryption algorithm, and the sender and receiver, whatever they are going to share the secret key, that must be shared in a safest manner or in the secured fashion, right? And they must keep that particular key in secure manner. Then do not anyone can discover that particular key. It is not possible, right? In such manner, they need to maintain they need to keep the keys. Clear? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now we will
Yes, ma'am.
we will write the same secure, whatever the symmetric cipher model we have seen, that we will write in a mathematically. We will write it in mathematical manner. Now for example, the plain text what I am passing, a source, right? The plain text what I am passing, I will indicate it as X, right? And Y is to indicate the ciphertext. Now see what is this mathematical equation is indicating. Y equal to EK of X. X of what I told, it is plain text. Y is to indicate ciphertext. E is to indicate encryption. D is to indicate decryption. Can you tell me what is K? What is K? Can you guess what do you mean by K?
Key, ma'am.
Key. Yes, good. See, Y equal to encryption on ciphertext, on plain text. What are all the things you are using? Encryption algorithm with secret key on the plain text. If you apply, that is going to produce the ciphertext, right? And decryption algorithm with key, if you apply on the ciphertext, Y is nothing but ciphertext, it is going to produce the X. X is nothing but your plain text. There, just the same thing we have represented by using the mathematic. In a mathematical manner, we have represented the same thing. Clear? Is that
ma'am.
clear? Yes, getting the thing, guys.
Yes, ma'am.
Symmetric cipher model.
Yes, ma'am.
Or any doubt? No, no? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
No doubts with this. Mathematically, we have represented the same thing, right? See, now as a cryptanalysis, okay, well, as already told, the cryptanalysis. What do you mean by cryptanalysis? It is cryptanalysis. The techniques which you are going to use to decipher the cipher text without having knowledge of the encryption algorithms. Right. Now see, as an attacker, okay, as a hacker, you know the encryption algorithm. You know the encryption algorithm, right? Then is it possible you to generate the cipher text? You know the encryption algorithm, how it is working, right? If you run it in a reverse manner, you can decrypt the message. Yes or no? The decryption algorithm is nothing but just running the encryption algorithm in a reverse manner. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Now see, as a hacker, you know the encryption algorithm. Is it possible you to decrypt the or to get the plain text? Is it possible just by knowing the encryption algorithm? Is it possible? You know this encryption algorithm. If you run the encryption algorithm in the reverse manner, that is nothing but your decryption algorithm. If you know encryption, that implies that you know the decryption algorithm, right? By just having the decryption algorithm, is it possible to get the plain text? Is it possible? Only decryption algorithm is enough to get the plain text. How many inputs you are in a need to get the plain text from the cipher text? Are you getting my question, guys? Are you getting my question? What I am asking? Sujit, are you getting my question? Kiran, Soumya, Riya,
Yes, ma'am.
are you getting my question? Now see, as a hacker, you know the encryption algorithm. What is encryption algorithm? You tell me. What is the use of that? What is the use of that algorithm? Encryption algorithm? What is the use of encryption algorithm? What is encryption?
Plain text is converted into coded message.
Yes, plain text you are going to convert it into the scrambled or the coded message. Right? For that, whatever the algorithm you are using, that is what called as the encryption algorithm. Now use as a user, and you know, if you run the encryption algorithm in a reverse manner, that is what called as the decryption algorithm. Correct? Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Already we have seen the
Yes,
definition.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Right? Encryption algorithm, if you are running in a reverse manner, that itself you can call it as a decryption algorithm. Now see, as a hacker, I know the encryption algorithm. This in turn indicates that I know the decryption algorithm. Correct or no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I know the encryption algorithm, that is converting plain text into the cipher text. And as a hacker, I know the encryption algorithm. This indicates that I know the decryption algorithm, that is going to convert the cipher text into the plain text. Right? Is it enough to get the plain text only knowing the encryption algorithm?
No, ma'am.
Then what else you need to decrypt?
Key, ma'am.
You
Secret
need a key. Yes, Soumya, good. Yes, now you got to the point. See, just knowing the encryption algorithm is not enough. You should know the key also, which is distributed between the sender and the receiver, because of that only mathematically have you written encryption algorithm with key. Both are input on the plain text, then only you are going to get the cipher text. Right? Decryption algorithm with key, you have applied on the ciphertext, then only you are getting the plain text, right? So even though as a cryptanalysis you know the encryption algorithm, it is not possible for you to get the plain text directly. So the key should be what? Known only to the sender and the receiver in that case. So whatever the key that is shared or distributed between the sender and the receiver, that must be securely distributed, right? By using a secure channel, you need to distribute the key or the secret key to the sender and the receiver. So as a cryptanalysis, even though the encryption algorithm is known to him, he cannot get the plain text without key, because the key you have distributed by using the secure channel. Clear? Clear? This is how exactly the security is maintained between the communication. Clear? Are you getting my point? At least got the
Yes, ma'am.
point?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Clear? Clear this point? This is very important. I am telling you.
Yes, ma'am.
You need to, if they ask, explain the symmetric cipher model, or they may ask, explain the symmetric encryption, or they may ask symmetric encryption scheme or crypto system. At that time you need to draw this diagram, right? And in book one more diagram is there. If you want, you can draw that diagram also. And you need to write all the 5 ingredients, that is plain text, encryption algorithm, secret key, ciphertext, what do you mean by decryption algorithm, that everything you need to write, the definition for that. Then after that you need to specify the important requirements that are used to secure the conventional encryption. That is, you need strong encryption algorithm and the secret key known only to the sender and the receiver. So it needs to be distributed in a secure manner, and you need to represent the encryption and decryption or the plain text and ciphertext in a mathematical way. Clear? This much, these all things you need to specify. Clear while explaining?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then we'll go through the next point. Next is cryptography. Now see how exactly they are going to categorize the different types of cryptographic systems. How the cryptographic systems will be categorized, depend upon what? They will categorize depend upon the 3 dimensions. One is the type of operations they are going to use for the encryption purpose. What is encryption? There are 3 dimensions will be considered to categorize the cryptographic systems. First one is the type of encryption operations used. Indicates what? What is encryption? What is encryption? Again, no answer. What is encryption? Converting plain text to the ciphertext. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So, to convert your plain text into the ciphertext, which type of operations you are going to use? Right? That is the one dimension to categorize the cryptographic system. Just see here the categories. Type of encryption operations used, and second one is number of keys used, and the way in which plain text is processed. These are the 3 categories. Again, it is also important how the cryptographic system is categorized. Depend upon what? What all the 3 dimensions are there to categorize the cryptographic system? They may ask this question, right? First one is the type of encryption operations used. As already told, if you are converting the plain text into the ciphertext, right, you may use the 2 different kinds of techniques. That is, it may be substitution or it may be transposition. Clear? Name itself indicates substitution. Indicates what? General meaning. Substitution indicates what? Yes guys, substitution indicates what? You can call it as a replacement. Replacing and the substitution are one and the same. Both will give the same meaning. Yes or no? Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Substitution indicates what? Replacing one thing with another. Can you call it as a substitution?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So substitution technique indicates what? Some data you are going to substitute with the another data. That means some elements in a plain text will be replaced or mapped with the another element. That is that particular technique you can use for converting plain text into the ciphertext. The second is transposition. Transposition indicates what? The elements in a plain text that you are going to rearrange. Right? There is a rearrangement of the elements which are present in the plain text. That is you are calling it as a transposition. Name itself indicates position, transposition. That means you are going to rearrange the elements which are present within the plain text. Clear? This is the first category, characterization with respect to the cryptographic system. Are you getting?
Yes, ma'am.
First is the type of encryption operations used. That means which type of operations you are going to use to transfer or to convert plain text into the ciphertext. It may use the substitution or it may use the transposition. Substitution indicates some element of the plain text will be mapped with the another element. Right? Transposition indicates there is a rearrangement of the elements. Clear? The second one is number of keys used. As already told, if you are using a single key, that is called as a symmetric encryption. Yes or no? If both the sender and the receiver are going to use the same key, that is what called as that particular system you are calling it as a symmetric, single key, private, or the conventional encryption. Yes or no? Just now we have seen.
Yes, ma'am.
If both the sender and the receiver are going to use the same key, that is what called as single key, symmetric, or you can call it as a private key or the conventional encryption. Right? But in some cryptographic system, what will happen? Both the sender and the receiver are going to use the different types of keys. Right? Different keys if they are using, such type of system you can refer as, that can be called as public, or you can call it as 2 key, or you can call it as the asymmetric encryption. This is the one more characterization. Clear? Number of keys used. It may be single key or it may be 2 key. Single key you can call it as symmetric, 2 key is called as asymmetric, or it can be called as private, or it can be called as public. Just different naming conventions are there. The last one is the way in which the plain text is processed. Now see, the plain text is there. If it is containing 2 words, right? The plain text with the original message, I am taking it as 2 words, right? One word I will consider as a one block, and second word I will consider as a second block, right? If you are processing, if you are converting that plain text in terms of the blocks, clear? If it is processing the input one block of element at a time to produce the output block for each input block, that is what called as the block ciphering. Clear? Now see, first word I will consider it as a first block as a input, right? For in that how many letters are there? Everything will be get converted into the ciphertext at a time, and you are going to produce the one output block. For that all the letters which are present in that particular word, you are considering it as a one block. That whole block is processed and you are going to produce the output block. That means it is in terms of the blocks, not in terms of the elements. Clear? The conversion, how we are doing, converting plain text into the ciphertext. If it is in terms of the blocks, that is what called as the block ciphering, or it may be stream cipher. That indicates what? Letter by letter, element by element. Clear? Yes?
Yes,
the
ma'am.
C cipher, it is going to process the input elements continuously, producing the output one element at a time. That it goes along, like indicates letter by letter. Now for example, if I consider hello world, right? Hello word, this is a plain text. If I am processing this one, I am converting this one into the cipher text. If I use block cipher, what will happen? First, the hello, it is considered as one block. For that, the cipher text will be produced and that will be given as the output. Then after that, the second block will be taken, that is word, that will be get converted. Then that will be produced as the one more block at the output side. But if you use stream cipher, single letter, hello, H word is first converted into the cipher text, then E, then L. That means letter by letter. That is what called as the stream ciphering. I hope it is clear now at least. Word by word, or you can call it as the block by block processing. Stream means element by element, continuous manner, streaming. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
All the three characterization of the cryptographic systems are clear. How they are categorized, right? First one is the type of encryption operation they are going to use. It may be substitution or the transposition. Then second one is the number of keys they are going to use, right, to convert plain text into the cipher text. It may be single key or they may use the two keys. If they are using single key, that is what you are calling it as a conventional or symmetric or the private key encryption. If they are using different keys, then you are calling it as a two key, public or the asymmetric encryption. Then last one is how they are going to process the plain text, whether it is in terms of the blocks or it is in terms of the in a continuous manner. If it is in a continuous manner, you are calling it as a stream ciphering. Clear? Is that clear, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope for today's class it is enough. Any doubts with respect to this, guys? See, first we have started with symmetric encryption. We have seen what you mean by symmetric encryption. Along with that, the different names, how we can call the symmetric encryption, that what we have seen. Then after that, we have seen some terminologies. What do you mean by plain text? What is cipher text? What do you mean by cipher? What is key? Right? What is the encryption? What is mean by decryption? What is cryptography? What is crypt analysis? And what do you mean by cryptology? Then we have seen the symmetric cipher model. Very important question. 5 ingredients of the symmetric encryption scheme we have seen. Then the 2 requirements that are used for securing the symmetric encryption that we have seen, and how to represent it in a mathematical manner, that what we have seen. Then lastly we have seen what is how the cryptographic systems will be characterized. Depends upon the 3 dimensions. That is, one is type of encryption operations used, the number of keys used, and last one is the way how they are going to process the plain text to get the